Offside Sports continues from the Loft 100 studios here in Southern California, presented by Turtlebox Audio. Find their awesome lineup of portable speakers at turtleboxaudio.com. And as always, thank you to Harry Arnett, Mark Wahlberg, and everybody at Municipal for being the official wardrobe sponsor of Offside Sports. Municipal, bet on yourself. You can find them at municipal.com. All right, viewership is in. The numbers are in. And Allison, was it over 130 million people tuned into this dog-esque football game? That's what NBC is.
The final that I saw for Super Bowl was 127.7.
127.7 million. And the thing is, it's first off, if you're a politician running for office, if you can somehow be the one that pushes through the Monday after Super Bowl being a national holiday,
well, next year
you'll be a three-term president.
She's right.
Next year it will be.
It's Valentine's
Day.
And then it's President's Day weekend.
The next day.
Genius.
I'm going to get drunk next year. No, but everybody just goes nuts on Super Bowl Sunday. And the thing is, I think it's to the point now where it's like Christmas tree sales before Christmas. They're always going to do well. Whether you're paying attention to the Christmas tree or not, well, we need the Christmas tree, put it up at the corner. I think Super Bowl is always going to get big numbers because it's a gathering for a party. Mm-hmm. A lot of people love to get together. It's like our national holiday. And whether you're paying attention to the game or not, I think Super Bowls will continue. Now, 127 million? But maybe it would have been higher, Dave, had this game been close.
I don't know. Again, it's the Super Bowl. It's different than any other sporting event. It's such a big deal now worldwide. And, we talked about in baseball how there are 51 million people watching Game 7 of the World Series. Well, the Super Bowl blew it out of the water.
I know, that's great.
Right? I mean, it is really amazing to see what it is. And it's always become a thing since I was a little kid of the Super Bowl and what you're going to do and how you're going to watch it and how you're going to participate with friends or family or by yourself. 127 million is incredible, is absolutely incredible number, but it's almost worth saving your advertising budget for that 1 30-second ad.
Speaking of, $8 to $10 million for a 30-second ad in the Super Bowl.
I can only tell you one that stood out to me as far as the commercials. I didn't pay very much. I don't know why. They weren't grabbing me this year.
Two of them I can remember. The Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay.
And the Ring doorbell with the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it.
I think the Ring. I thought the Dunkin' one was stupid.
I didn't see the Dunkin' one. It was a bunch of
AI. Everything was AI this year. The Ring doorbell to find your dogs. The Budweiser with the eagle on the horse's back, I thought was phenomenal. And then the Bruce Arians and all the tight ends for prostate
that was good.
awareness.
I saw that one. And the hydration one with all the toilets, I thought that one was hysterical.
The rest, because the ad would come on and people and everybody at our party would say, "What's that about?" And then there was one that was like, "Jesus loves you," and we're like, "Whoa, that was a Jesus commercial." I thought it was a new AI platform. It was Jesus.ai. Whatever it was. Okay, a lot was being talked about Bad Bunny being the halftime show artist, and in this Super Bowl. And that even got better ratings, Allison, than the game itself.
135.4 million.
Yeah. And
almost 10 million more. Or 8 million more.
What I thought was funny, not funny, but cool about the halftime show, I watched part of his, and then I turned over to Turning Point USA and watched the Kid Rock halftime show. But when he comes out of that little hut or whatever, and I stopped and I said, "Hey, is that Jessica Alba?"
Yeah.
Dancing on the stage. And then you find out about how all the actors that did cameos in the Bad Bunny halftime show.
Ricky Martin was in there.
Ricky Martin was on
Gaga.
there. Yeah. I thought that was a cool aspect of it. But 130, plus million people.
135 million.
For the halftime show. So that means they picked, what they picked up was amazing.
Well, only the second time ever in history that the halftime show did better than the game. And the other one was Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we have a graphic here. Allison's got a list of the top 5 halftime shows in the history of the National Football League and the Super Bowl. Michael Jackson, I believe, is there. So Bad Bunny, number 1 now with the bullet, 135.4 million. Kendrick Lamar was last year, I believe.
Yes,
Super Bowl. Okay. 133, Michael Jackson right there. I can't even tell you what Rihanna's halftime show was. I can't even remember it. And then the only reason I remember Katy Perry is because you had was it the two sharks on either side of her? And people, and the
Rihanna
one,
and Katy Perry were both in Phoenix. I was there.
Okay.
Rihanna was pregnant. That was a big deal, that Rihanna was pregnant.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yep.
And
then
Kendrick Lamar, of course, went after Drake and his.
Okay.
So they said 2 Super Bowls in a row where it was a bad year for Drake.
So when you look at that top 5, and again, I can remember Michael Jackson. I remember Janet Jackson and the nip slip.
Of course.
I thought my personal favorite, and I'm curious to see what you guys have to say up to this point, I loved Snoop and Dr. Dre and Eminem in Los Angeles for Rams Bengals. To me, they hit that out of the park, and it was so spot on what people wanted to see, because Snoop at that point was transcending all different cultures and barriers and stuff. Everybody loved him, loves him. And to me, that was a home run. Do you have a favorite?
All right, that is by far my favorite.
Is it really?
Not only is it by far my favorite, I still have it on my DVR. Like, I know you can watch it at any time on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I literally have it on my DVR. It plays at least once a week. I love every second of it. The only one missing for me was Ice Cube.
Yeah.
But I thought that was by far, for me, where I grew up and the music I like. And
it was the West Coast hip hop rap.
Being from
scene.
Los Angeles, that was, by far, Mike, my favorite one. Nothing's even close.
It's funny you mention that, Dave, because, Allison, you mentioned hip hop in Los Angeles and kind of that music culture, but you had people worldwide who knew every single artist who came on that stage and what they were all about, what their backgrounds were all about. Even when Snoop started crip walking during his song, everybody was just like, I get it. I know what's happening here. And I think that going back to the Bad Bunny, and he sung beautifully in Spanish. But I think there was a disconnect because it wasn't in English for a lot of people. They were just kind of going, okay, the choreography's good, the set's good, and stuff like that. Maybe more people would have tuned in had he been singing in English, but that's water under the bridge. What's your favorite?
I love that one too, and I had kind of didn't think about it initially yesterday when I was thinking about this. I loved that one. One of the things I loved about it is that there were so many artists in it, instead of just focusing on one person and people being like, I don't like that person, or I don't like this. So fun. You had such a wide variety. I mean, kind of all from the same culture, but it was such a fun show. And then my other one is Prince. I personally just love him. I loved that show. I thought he was phenomenal. And I thought the Rolling Stones were fun too. So those are probably my top 3.
Yeah, it's going to be.
And Bad Bunny would go up there too. I liked the message behind it, whether you understood the words or not. I thought the message of
unity,
love,
peace,
wins over hate every time.
Wins over hate.
I like
type
that
of thing.
message. I mean, that's just reality of life.
I go back to Super Bowl 11. I was at Super Bowl 11 as a kid because my uncle was coach on the Raiders. Our halftime show was, it was Disney. It was Mickey Mouse on the field, and everybody had different color placards in their hand. And at certain points, Mickey would like hold up a green placard, and you'd hold up a green placard, and the stadium just kind of changed colors. And then they made the stadium red, white, and blue. Yeah, that was our halftime show.
That was it at the Rose Bowl. Better than the Jack Russell Terrier chasing down the Frisbees. Good Lord.
And I'm one who's always said, give me up with people and the Frisbee dog, and I am happy as far as the halftime show. What did you guys make of Charlie Puth and
Charlie Puth.
Oh, that guy. And what's her name?
Amazing.
Brandy
Brandy Carlisle. What's her name from the Go-Go's? How do you not know her name?
That's
Yes, that's Brandy Carlisle from the Go-Go's.
That is?
Yes.
Oh my God, I was looking at her going, you look so, but no friggin' way.
Yes, I thought she was amazing, and I thought Charlie Puth was outstanding. I like them both. I mean, is he my favorite of all time? No, I have a favorite. I thought Chris Stapleton with his solo guitar doing the national anthem that year still gives me goosebumps. I loved it so much.
Dave, what'd you think?
But I thought Puth was great.
It was good. First of all, the games on NBC look better than anywhere else.
Why
I don't
is
know
it?
why. I have no idea, but it is. You can say whatever you want, but it's like everything that might be in 4K. NBC's figured out a way 12K. I don't even know if it exists. But the games on NBC just always look better. Sunday Night Football looks better. Just always looks better.
Is it the camera lenses they use? Because Dave, I'm telling you right now, CBS looks different from Fox.
Yep.
Fox looks different from NBC.
Yep.
NBC looks different from ESPN.
You're right. I don't know enough about TV, how it works that way. My one complaint, honestly, is Tom Brady's overexposed. Like, it wasn't even on Fox. When the games in Santa Clara were supposed to be San Francisco, and they bring out the 49er greats, and here comes Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. And all of a sudden, here comes Tom Brady? What year did he play on the Niners? Just because you're born in San Francisco, you're on the stage wearing the Letterman's jacket? Tom, you got 3 kids. Pay attention.
All right, is it too early to talk Super Bowl 61? Who we think will make it 364 days from now? And how much money will franchises be worth by the time the game kicks off? We'll tell you next. Don't go anywhere as Offside Sports continues.